Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, and Brother Sean Ali. And we are here for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour today. And our topic is being healthy in 2024. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sean. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam. All is well. All is well.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
All is well.
yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
got complaints, but I ain't sharing them today.
Right.
Yeah, not today. Yeah, because they don't.
That's
My complaints is they don't have nothing to do with anything. It's little complaints,
right.
But it's
Right.
yeah.
Oh, and Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem, sis. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
And
All
for
right.
those tuning in, that's fasting. You know.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. So being healthy. What is that
Mm,
all about?
right. Yeah. And
Is that
that's a good topic right there,
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
because most people are looking to be wealthy and things like that. You know, health seems to be put last sometimes.
Mm.
You
And
know,
you need your health in order to enjoy the wealth.
mm, 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 mm. That's what the scriptures say. What profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
So that's right.
Man, you know,
That's
and
powerful.
yeah, that's got to be your health. I mean, if you lose, that's like losing your life. Either way, you
Right.
know what I mean. So, what would gain us to, or what would profit us to gain all of these materialistic things, and we lack in health and wellness?
Right.
You know. So yeah, that's a great topic, man.
That's
I
great.
mean,
Yes.
yeah, especially for us black folks, because you know we are the first, and we're going to be the last. So we would want to stick around. Like this is that we're not the generation before us and those previous generations where they were under the um, direct oppression and you know enslavement by our open enemies. We
Right.
don't we're free now. So in especially those who go under the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we know
Hmm.
that the devil's time was up in 1914. So this is
Right.
our hey man,
Our time.
this is our
Our
what
time to shine.
what individually and collectively, because we
Right.
are no longer under the bondage. So and as we teach in the nation that we're free in name, we want to be free in name as well as in deed. So when we're looking, but they freed us, so we should want to be as healthy as we can be individually and collectively, so we can now enjoy our time to rule. I'm
Mm.
trying to tell you, man, because listen, you open up Time and National Geographic and all of these other European scientific based magazines and publications,
Hmm.
they will tell you, Europeans don't have that much time left. We don't have to teach that. They teach themselves that. So in my foreseeable future, that I can be alive long enough without it even being a wild number to see the end of the European and without they not even putting into equation God. They don't even put into equation the what goes around comes around, and they should get back all of the destruction that they put on the world. This is just through normal population, normal birth control, normal birth rate.
Right.
They say that I can live long enough to see them not be able to give birth to themselves anymore. That man, let me tell you, that's one of my motivations. I get to live to see
that
no more what? Shoot, man, man.
hereafter.
Yeah, yes, yes. So, and it's 2024 now. And if you look at these publications, they only, according to their science, they only got about 25, 30 more years left. Oh, we the new 50s. If y'all tuned in the last week's show, we
Right.
the new 50s. Right. So we understand this thing that they call the aging process. It's based on our lifestyle.
Right.
It's based on how we think, what we do, what we eat, what we drink. We control all of those things. We aren't Europeans. The Europeans were under when we read that in scripture that there's no the term is appointed and by God. That doesn't apply to us. We are the same God that created the time. Right. The Bible says you are the image and likeness of God. So when I see myself, I'm looking at the creator. So how can I pass a death sentence on myself? That's not us, because their time ended in 1914. We don't have that. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that there's no beginning nor ending.
Nor ending.
That's why we don't celebrate birthdays. So this is Being Healthy 2024, specifically catered for the original people, the original nation, because our time can never be up. So let us now take advantage of this wonderful time that we are born in. Get ourselves as healthy as possible, so that we can physically live to see what our ancestors prayed for. See, they didn't pray for us to be free. They prayed for our enemies to no longer be here, man. See, they didn't free that. They wanted our enemy to no longer be here. They didn't want us to be born free amongst the same enemy. They wanted us to be born free without our enemy. And now we are at the cusp of that time. Right. Let us get healthy. We ready to go into some fun and easy, because these are free. You, Sister Denise, always the best doctors. You can't buy health and wellness. You have to do health and wellness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Not for sale. Yeah.
Those things are free. Go outside, get some sunlight, breathe properly.
Exercise, move something. See, a lot of us, when we looking at what we're suffering from, and why these doctors and these things that you hear are so important, because when we are looking, right, we know that the blood is the life. The blood that life travels in our arteries. So when we're looking, when a person is over 36, one of the main categories, the number one cause of death is what? Heart disease.
Right.
The number one cause of heart disease is what? Clogged arteries. Arteriosclerosis. Right? So that's the number one cause. And if you are like us, 50 and over, we are in that category. So when we are looking, okay, we know that the number one function of blood is what? To carry oxygen. Because That's what the blood does. It beats into the lungs to become oxygenated, comes back into the heart to be dispersed throughout the arteries, right? Throughout to every cell in the body. When we eat, that nutrients is also carried. So the target of these arteries eventually is to get to our cells, right? Now, when we are looking, it's carrying food and oxygen. But in order to unlock this cell, see, because this is where the clogged arteries come in at. In order to unlock that cell, it needs a purpose. So if we aren't doing anything, the number 2 actual cause of death is poor diet and lack of exercise, leading a sedentary lifestyle, sitting more than you move. Right. So you're not using energy. So the cell is already full. So when we exercise, we use energy. We use up what's inside of the cell. Now the cell needs, because when you exercise, the cell is using oxygen and glucose to create ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the energy of the cell, right? So when we exercise and we move, we deplete what's already in there. So now there is a reason for that cell to receive what's in the arteries. When we don't exercise and this cell is full, right? We're not moving. We're still eating though, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we aren't using what we eat. Now that material sits inside the arteries and it has a chance to collect and build up in what they call plaque. Now, this is a simplistic view that it doesn't fit all of us, but this is the importance of exercise and why it's one of the medicines. We eat, we hear about the importance of food, the 9 essential nutrients that we need, energy and such, okay, but if food is building blocks, if food is energy, how you have to give it a reason to build. You have to give it a reason to use the energy. That's where exercise comes in. Because after we hit puberty, the only other way that you are in a state of growth and development is if you exercise.
Right.
Because you're causing the body to use these building blocks, to use this energy, so it doesn't get stuck in the arteries. It doesn't have a chance to collect and build up because it's in the cell is always using it. So it empties, you exercise, you empty out the cell. And now that door opens up, more food, oxygen, nutrients comes in, you use it, the door opens, and that you keep the arteries able to do what they are supposed to do. Transport the life throughout your body. Right? So, and the other side, because this is important, this is the number 1 cause of death. Those in our age group, this is what a majority of us are going to die from. And the number 1 cause of heart disease is clogged arteries. Now, you also looking on the other side of that, we're looking at constricted arteries, right? That's when the wall of the artery becomes thick. So now, instead of a wide passage, it's a little passage, and this restricts the flow, right? So when we're looking at that constricted arteries, because when we're looking at clogged arteries, the only way you can unclog those arteries is if you surgically come in and you scrape it out, or you move something and you create that positive force where by moving and see, now I'm creating force and pressure that moves this material. Right. That's
Yes,
it's
thank God.
clearing out it. Just like if you and you try to clear out your nasal cavities.
Right.
See, that's the same way. Now, on the like I say, the other side of that, because we want to get our sister in this conversation. On the other side of that is where we have the constricted arteries, where the arterial walls become thick. So now that passageway is constricted, as the name implies. So
Right.
material has a hard time getting through to the cells, right? Now, there's only a few natural ways to cause the dilation of the cells, right? Sis, I want you to we double
Right. I'm about to jump in.
Woo!
Yes, sir. As you was talking, I was thinking essential oil that's good for relaxing those arteries and helping that blood flow better. It's lavender. Lavender is good for that. I'm also seeing clove. Clove is also good for
Yes.
osteosclerosis.
Yep, the
Yeah, those two.
arteriosclerosis.
Clove is powerful. It's a high antioxidant oil as well. But yeah, it helps with
Now,
that.
I like our favorite demonstration because all we have to do to incorporate these two oils is what? Just breathe
Inhale,
them, right?
breathe. One of the best
Now,
doctors.
as we inhale, we're gonna give y'all this demonstration until we forever, right?
Right.
So as we inhale, right, the oil, we have two benefits now. This is a twofold benefit with 100% non-GMO, organic, all of those good, and it's free. Now, when we inhale those oils, not only do we get the molecules going through the olfactory nerves or senses pathway directly to the brain, but we also, in our nasal cavities, we have four distinct sinuses: the maxillary, the frontal, the sephmoid, and the ethmoid, or the ethmoid and the sephmoid. Now, when we inhale through our nose anyway, and though that oxygen or incoming air passes through these four nasal cavities, it creates nitric oxide, right? Now, the number one vasodilator, nitric oxide. So we get a twofold, because usually constricted arteries, the number one cause of constricted arteries is stress.
Right.
The number one cause of constricted arteries. Road rage, we wake up under the cortisol awakening response. We wake up under stress, right? And from that point on, we go back and forth. That's the number one cause, because one of the side effects of stress is constricted arteries. So when we inhale the oils and we incorporate the oils, we get stress management, and we get a chance to clean the nasal cavities, the nasal or the passageway, and we get a chance to create nitric oxide. So once that air or that breath of air gets down into our bronchial tube, into our lungs, we've created in our inhaling nitric oxide a natural vasodilator. It naturally dilates the arteries. Look how open they got.
Right.
Look how much space you got. Right.
So we
just from breathing
properly.
Man. Guess what one of the signs?
Wow.
Guess what one of the signs of stress is? It's called stress breathing.
Panting. Yeah.
I'm not using my nose. So I'm not creating nitric oxide. So
Right.
now I'm causing the condition that constricts my
Fix the artery.
arteries by breathing through my mouth. Because now I'm inhaling all of the, I don't have the nasal cavities cleaning my that air. So now I'm inhaling all of that potential pollution. So the first art or the first passageways that are affected is the bronchial tubes. Asthma. Asthma is the number one cause of asthma is mouth breathing. Swallowing those dirty pollutants, and the natural reaction is the body will constrict. It will constrict to protect, to limit, because it's sensing something that shouldn't be there. So it will cause that to constrict, to limit access.
Right.
But man,
That's why the other best doctor is rest.
sunlight.
Rest and release that stress. That rhymed. I didn't even try to do that.
Stress to rest to release that stress. Come on, man. Hey, yes. See, and this is Getting Healthy 2024. Black people, these are the things that we were naturally already doing. But
Right.
since our sojourn or our forefathers sojourned here in America and what they passed on that eventually got to us, see, we've gotten out of that. We're not workers no more. Our children now, what are we? Generation X.
Yes.
That's okay. The Z and Y, they ain't workers. Man, these kids they work. Man, so we birthed ourselves out of that subservient role because these children are bosses, man. Right?
Right.
So we got to get the health. We got to get back to being naturally healthy. You feel the sun is our. When God created Himself, if you go in the bathroom, right, and you close your eyes, you go in where it's dark, and you close your eyes really tight, you're going to see a white bam. That first God was sitting there in that darkness. And eventually, because we are atomically, we are 1% phosphorus out of our atomic makeup. That's light. Phosphorus is light. So if you sit there in that darkness long enough and you squeeze your eyes, you making light, you will figure out how to get that photon to be emitted outside of you. Because that's what the light is, photons being emitted, until you eventually create that sun, that source. That's our power source. The more we are absent of the sun, we have to eat to get that same energy and nutrients that the sun is given to the plant that you eat or the meat that you eat. Whatever you eat, it's getting energy.
Energy from the sun, right?
Exactly. And if we go out there, the European found, that's why they call us the people of the sun. We didn't call ourselves that.
Right.
They found us eating off the sun, and they were amazed. Like, y'all don't have, yes, we were living in tropical places, but we didn't have to have gardens. We didn't have to have food store because we ate directly from the sun. The body's energy, the cell, being healthy 24. We are made out of cells. The cell uses oxygen and glucose to make energy.
Right.
Glucose is the sunlight. Look up photosynthesis. It will.
Sure is. So our
Oxygen
name
and
goes
glucose.
directly to the source.
Exactly. Both of them come from the sun.
Right.
The plants, through photosynthesis, they breathe out oxygen and they produce glucose inside of them.
Mm.
That's our energy. So when we get back in that cycle of life, see, our body is designed to heal itself. It's the just like when we take it out of that cycle of life, it will
Mm.
grow into that weakness. It will grow into that imbalance. It will but as soon as we put ourselves back, the bones get healthier, the skin gets clearer, the hair grows back, the nails get strong. Like you can see your body start to get healthier and regenerate.
Right.
If we the things that we try to bring, me and Sister Denise, we want to maximize. We don't want no ordinary. We want to look, we trying to go to the God level. You are all
Right.
God's children of the most high. We want to go to the God level.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And I was just thinking,
Uh-huh.
with the essential oils, it's the essence of the plant. And the plant goes through the photosynthesis, it gets everything from the sun. So the essential oil is essentially liquid sunlight
Mm.
because it is alive. It's a live, living substance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Enzyme. So it's
Mm-hmm.
live and it has the highest frequency out of all of the substances. It has a higher frequency than fruits, than vegetables. The food that we eat, essential oils has the highest frequency.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm listening.
So
And that
why I
go
call it
mhm.
God's medicine, because it's the essence, it's the soul of the plant. And we get to use it for our benefit.
Yep. That's the plant. That's the sun feeding the plant. The roots are in the earth, extracting what's in the earth, right? So when we look, the photosynthesis, like Sister said, that's the soul. That's the lifeblood, if you will, of the plant, right? And when we extract that, this is the only bad parts of the plant are the parts that we eat. Because when we're using essential oils, we're taking out the life and the medicinal and the nutrients, all of the qualities of the plant. All of the stuff that may be potentially bad in the plant comes from eating the plant or touching the plant, not from the extracting the essential oils, right? So when we're, as Sister Denise was saying, when we use these, we're getting the benefit of the plant, the benefit of the sun, the benefit of the earth without having to eat.
Exactly. Come on now, you teacher.
Without having to
That's
eat.
powerful.
That's the part. This is how we used to live before we were invaded and conquered and enslaved by our open enemy.
Right.
This is because essential oils are in the Bible, the
Yes.
material.
Yes, it is.
So, right, it's in the hieroglyph. It's in things that predate Europeans, not just them coming up, intermingling and invading us, but predates
Right.
their existence on the planet. So, and after we were broken, now we're not in this. So just look where the plant is at. Okay, now you take the plant and you go out there. Look, you look just like the plant.
You're right.
So when you are standing on the earth, when you are sunbathing, see, just like that plant is extracting, we are extracting. It's called the triboelectric effect. When two objects of matter touch, there's a transfers of electrons. And then you're getting sunbathing, photosynthesis. So
Right.
now what we don't get from here, we can get from here.
Yes,
Because
sir.
these unlock certain actions within the body that we would only, if I'm in the absence of these things, where would I get this from? If I'm not out sunbathing, if I'm not out grounding, I have to resort to the plant. If I'm not using the essential oil of the plant, I have to go to the plant. So if I'm not using bergamot or the orange, I have to go to the orange.
Right.
Right? Because that's what's left. So we getting healthy 2024, man.
Yes.
This is free. This is how I can't, other races, you might have problems because some of y'all, the sun kills y'all. For us, this is how we
Life.
strengthen the body. Right. Our
Right.
life cycle. Our
Right.
life cycle. Because this is where the slave was at. Watch any slave movie. 12 Years a Slave, Roots, any one of them. They were barefoot, right? And they spent sun up to sundown outside.
Mm.
But they had the worst food, if any.
Right.
And they were physically tortured. So they would get whipped. And if you couldn't go out and work, you were killed. So Kunta Kinte got his foot cut off. Where was he at the next day?
Work.
Out working. Okay. What allowed them? What allowed their bodies to be able to repair almost overnight under no medical conditions? Because we got hospitals and all of these fancy foods and gadgets, and we dying from stuff that they had literally hours to heal from. Because if you couldn't work, you were killed.
Wow.
Look what is the movie Birth of a Nation? The Nat Turner story. Nat Turner got beat. They left him on the thing. They cut him down the next day and he had to go work in the field. What allowed them scars to heal? Where did he get the energy from to move? See, they didn't have shoes on and that sun was beating on them.
Right.
So even though mentally and spiritually they might have been off, physically the body was it was working.
Yeah, itself, right.
So imagine us right now. See, we got weak disease. We ain't even got that stuff. We got weak things. See, we got COVID. That's weak compared to what our ancestors went through, man. So if we put ourselves in that same power source, and now we got quality food. So with the quality food we got, woo, we got money now. See, with the mental health we got now, because we got mental health now, right? We back into our God now. We got our own names now, right? So now if we put our physical body back into the cycle, woo, man. Woo! I'm trying. Look, I'm living. I don't know where I'm at physically because I'm not going. I don't like to speak on that sometimes. But if y'all watch my videos, I'm outside barefoot. I try to do everything outside in the condition that allowed the slave not too long ago, because their bodies were strong enough to survive slavery, man. And all they had was the earth and the sun. That's it.
That's it.
They didn't even have God because they didn't know who they got. That was taken from them. Woo! I'm trying to tell y'all, man. So,
That's powerful.
getting healthy 2024, praises be to Allah, man. Things
Yeah.
like Ramadan, these are because the question is, okay, how do I start? What do I do? Where do I start? Things like Ramadan, where it's voluntary, number one. And if you miss a day, you just make it up on the back end. So there isn't no, oh man, you failed. No, if you miss
Right.
a day, you just make it up, right? So
Right. If you
it's
miss the whole 18 days, start at day 19.
there you go. So
Right.
if it take you until next Ramadan to get
Just
those
a
30
month.
days,
Yes.
man, but it's to get you to practice being how we are originally created.
Supposed to be.
Without all of these concepts of drink this, eat that, oh, you need this, you need that, oh, if you
Right.
don't do that, you're going, well, he shows and prove. You don't do
Yeah.
all of that
And
stuff
it
for 30 days and get better. Go ahead. I'm
right.
sorry.
It proves that we can make it with very little food, because by the
Y-
time you break your fast at the end of the, sunsets, you eat a
Yes.
date, eat a banana, and drink some water, and literally you satisfied. And if you put anything
Yes.
else in after that, you're almost just stuffing yourself. So,
And that's without sunbathing and earthing. You
right.
ain't even you don't hear from the sun all day. Listen.
Right. Mm,
So imagine if we introduce sunbathing and earthing and grounding, where now not only are we not eating, but we're still feeding. See, I'm not eating, but I'm still because the sun, my skin is going to it's naturally converting that. When I'm standing on that ground, it's already taking place. The
right.
longer I'm out there, the stronger I get. Mm.
Powerful.
See, that's where back in the day when they were doing things like fasting and Ramadan, they were outside all the time. So it wasn't much of a challenge and they weren't losing energy and power because this is the power source. If I'm plugged into that, I can't lose power.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then they controlling their stress. You know what I mean? Because they always got myrrh and frankincense, and they always have aromatherapy to help them. So if we but look, the essential oils right there, like I said, that's in the thing. That's the combination.
Yes,
Sun, essential oils, and earth, man.
that's it. That's
You
it.
you yeah, I mean, because and it's so many oils. You got different, like you can take advantage of what that plant has to offer, like the two she
Mhm.
gave us, just for constrict, helping to dilate the arteries. Like you got mental health, spiritual health, glutathione,
Yes,
your favorite one.
right.
Like,
Cypress, that one literally means live forever.
that's man. I'm up
Yeah.
on the cedarwood. I got a rack of cedarwood since we did that
Okay.
show.
Yes,
I
you
that,
got Cypress. You did get Cypress, right? Because I talked
no,
about
because
that.
it slipped my mind. It
Okay.
slipped my. Now that you said something, I'm back on it. But I did get a bunch of cedarwood. Yeah, I do that every day. Yeah, I'm on. What was that? Can you remind us about the cedarwood? Because
Yes, cedar wood is actually it's a natural sedative. So if you have problems,
I think sis rebooted real quick. She'll be right back, family. Hold on 1 second, because I think she had a little technical issues. But she should be rebooting and coming on back, giving us some of the science on the essential oils that cedarwood. I'm telling y'all, man, when be dropping that science on these aromatherapies and these different oils, I learn just as much as we all do, as y'all do. And I'm on it when she shares something, especially, and it's a lot I don't know. So it's easy for her to share something that I don't know. And when I do, I'm telling you, I jump on it and I practice it because, we want to be healthy. We want to be well. We want to achieve these things so we can enjoy our life, right? But we want to be natural. That's the best way for us to get healthy and well, is to live according to our natural nature and our culture. And essential oils and aromatherapies that was our medicine. That replaced that's what a lot of the synthetic versions of medicines are based on. So by introducing these, man, we can eliminate a lot of need for all of these external aids, even with the herbs themselves, because we want to not eat, we want to not put things in us as much as possible. That's what the oils allow us to do, and that's a great thing, especially for those of us who practice Islam as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, where we strive to eat no more than one meal a day. Then once we accomplish that, one meal every other day, and then one meal every 3 days. Our sister is back. Okay, there you go.
Oh,
I was just trying to fill in the blank until you came back. I knew you was.
thank
I
you.
told
I'm
him you was
glad
coming
you did.
back. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Where was I? Cedarwood.
That's cedarwood. Yep.
Yes. So cedarwood is a natural sedative. So if you have trouble sleeping, cedarwood helps with that. It also it stimulates your pineal gland to release melatonin. And so you will naturally be able to sleep well. Your circadian rhythm will be reset, and pretty soon you wouldn't even need it for sleep, because after using it, you'll reset your circadian rhythm.
Woo! Wow. That muscle
Powerful.
memory.
Right.
Man, see
Exactly.
that the our bodies are, because you got which one is the adaptogen? That's the
Peppermint. Peppermint.
yeah. Our bodies are an adaptogenic vehicle, and whatever we introduce to it, it will become good or bad, right?
Right.
So when we introduce the good to the natural good things, man, it responds, man. I'm telling you, you might
Yes.
not. It'll be like sometimes it will be, man, I don't hurt anymore. You don't even remember when it stopped hurting. You just know it don't hurt anymore,
Right.
right?
Yes. They
Ooh,
are powerful.
man, very, very powerful.
The essential
Especially,
oils, since it's the life essence of the plant, for the
Mhm.
plant, it is used to attract what the plant needs for itself, or it can also um, prevent, the predators, or what the essential oil doesn't need. It'll protect it from that. So the same with us when we use it. It gives us what we need, or it will distract what we don't need.
Exactly. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's
Topical.
more than a beautiful smell. It's more than that. It's so much more than that.
Yeah, because only a few of them got beautiful smells.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
oregano, it doesn't have a wonderful smell, but it
At
is a
all.
powerhouse. Literally,
At
it's a
all.
powerhouse.
Yeah. Turmeric. Not a lot. Like I say, it's only compared to the ones to all of the oils that exist.
Right.
When you
It's
pop
so
them
much.
tops, yeah, you might not get what you thought you was the smell wise.
Right.
Like, because
Like
it like
vetiver.
we've talked about.
You ever use
Yes,
vetiver?
I it's over there. I ain't opened that bottle in about 5 years, man.
Wow.
Because that
And
thing
it's so
is
thick. Vetiver is
yes.
thick.
Yeah, I can't get it out the bottle, and the aroma of it is so you have to be using it for the reason of it. You're not just using it just to, oh, let me just put it in the mix. You have to be
Right.
using that because that you or because I don't want to say I didn't like the smell, but I had to wash my diffuser out because
Mhm.
man, that joint was thick and it coated the diffuser. It
Right.
wouldn't. Eesh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a medicine.
It is. And that one is good for, say, children that are termed ADHD or hyperactive. It's
Yeah,
good for
yeah,
that. It's good to
yeah.
help you focus. And I want to take a minute to recognize our audience. Brother
Mm-hmm.
Kente is here. He gives the
Assalamu alaikum,
greetings,
bro.
Ramadan Mubarak. He says, share some of that positive energy. He needs it. Brother Dwight Jones, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you all for tuning in. And those that are listening but haven't commented, thank you as well.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that ying. I don't. That what's that? Ying Lang Lang Lang.
Well, yes.
That's a
Lane.
particular. That's a particular smell too, man.
Right. It's strong. I don't
Yeah, yeah.
like, but it is
I do
strong.
too. I do too. I do too. And I do got a little bit of oregano. It's like a corner. It's like a corner of the bottle, man. But
Hmm.
phew, yeah. That thing is strong, man. You
Yeah,
know.
oregano, that's they call it the nature's antibiotic. So it
Hmm.
is so good for uh it's an antiviral, antifungal, all of that.
Hmm.
Cough helps to relieve coughs, congestion, and it's good for mental health as well.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't. We need mental health, man.
yeah, antidepressants.
Yeah, we definitely
You
stress
got,
relief.
yeah,
Yeah,
stress relief.
yeah, yeah. Especially as an our age group, because you would think we would learn how to manage and control these things when we get, but a lot of us we don't. Like you say with the or you know this better than I can say it that it's
Hmm.
the we think it's more for the smell like some of these things we would rather have the out of this world's version. We hooked on the aspirin, we hooked on Excedrin, Midol, and Benadryl and all of these things that we can go to CVS or get a over the counter or prescription on because we believe in those things. And most of the time, those are just placebos. They're not even real. And they definitely
Exactly.
have side effects, so versus something that is real, is natural, and
Right.
it can not
But
hurt you.
you're right, but you gotta go research. Let me do my research on these essential oils, but you'll go blindly and buy an aspirin or Tylenol that gets recalled. Go get these prescription drugs and
Hmm.
don't do any research on that.
Hmm. 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 Exactly. But that's getting healthy 2024. Being healthy 20, like we got choices to make with our health. Our health and wellness is built on our lifestyle, which is built on our choices. We just
Right.
want to help introduce the different choices that are available to us. So when we go and do, like we discussed with the constriction or the arteries, the condition of the arteries, like these are this we. these are different choices. So if I'm going through it, if it's something that I'm battling, I got a couple more choices that I can make, add to my arsenal, right? You know what I mean? So I'm not just stuck with whatever this doctor is saying, or this herb that I can't get, or this exotic superfood that I can't get. You know, so these things, that bottle of oil, I guarantee you, listen to me now. I
Right.
guarantee you, I haven't opened that one oil. These brown bottles of oil, they stopped making these particular versions like 6 years ago
Oh,
when
really?
I bought them. So they switched different bottles. So you can't even buy. They still same company, but you can't even buy this bottle. That's how long I've had it. It was a set. I got 6 different
Mhm.
kinds, and this would what would be considered the exotic, like the vetiveres, the Yingling Lang. They came in these bottles, right?
Okay.
The oregano, and I haven't opened them since then. Like you won't use all. It'll take years. That's
Right.
my point. I'm sorry, I lost my point. That was my point.
No, that's
It would
good.
take years to use these things, man. Now
Right.
some like the peppermint, I clean. I make my toothpaste. You know, I'm diffusing constantly with those. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But those are also peppermint is almost considered a weed. It's an invasive plant. So these are in abundance. You know what I mean? But it takes it, the average essential oil, if you're using it as recommended, couple drops at a time,
Right.
it'll take a while. It'll take
Yes,
a while.
exactly. They last.
Yes.
Definitely. Oh, Sister Cassandra's on with us. She says, you must make better choices. I'm working on it. Potassium is so important, they don't give you enough in 2 capsules.
Potassium is right here. That's an earth-based, because we only got two sources, the sun and the earth. Potassium, calcium, magnesium, manganese, all of those things, iron, copper, those are earth-based. That's why I say if we go in ground, if you take your shoes off and if you go as an example, the cast iron pots, right?
Hmm.
You don't, if you cook out of the cast iron pot, the iron leaches into the food. That's how we used to get our iron intake, because you can't eat iron, right? So cooking in the cast iron pot was how we got our iron intake. Once we stopped, black people started getting iron deficiencies because we got rid of the cast iron pot. But you can hold material in your hand and it leaches. That's why we have to wear gloves when we work with certain material, so it won't get into our skin and poison us. So
Right.
we don't have to eat. It's when we aren't doing these things that we have to eat. But our bodies aren't made to eat some of these elements. It's made for us to go out and it interact so it can leach into our bodies, if that makes
Right.
sense. Just like vitamin D.
Absolutely.
If you're any Google search will say your vitamin D is supposed to come from the sun touching your skin. But if you're not out there, the only other place you can't even get it from plants. You have to get it from animals, because plants don't make vitamin D3. They make vitamin D2, but that's not, we need vitamin D3 as well.
E3.
That's an
Right.
animal based. So that when we in the absence of sun and earth, we stuck with food, but we could never eat enough to give our bodies what it needs.
So, Sister Cassandra asks, so you get potassium from the sun?
No, the potassium is earth based. That's an earth based mineral. Just where iron, copper, magnesium, all the
Right.
other elements that, like we say the Navy bean got,
Mhm.
If this is the Navy bean plant, the roots, because it's only can get it from the earth. That's why you amend the soil and you take care. You do the what's that they call with the soil, you all of that stuff, so you could yes, there you go. Right. So you can boost what's in the soil so the plant can extract it.
Right.
Right. But if you go, I can tell y'all, I got medical, man. I'm telling you, man. My physical body was in a state of disrepair. We cannot eat. The only thing this world offers is medications that they are synthetic, so they cannot work. They can only trick the body. That's why you got to constantly keep taking them. Right. So, right. Or surgery. I've been going through physical knee problems, back, man. I used to get all kind of things done to my physical body. And they was like, well, you still young. We can't operate on you because you're too young. So the only thing we can do is give you these shots, these medications, this stuff here until you get to an age where we can surgically operate on you. The only thing that could fix, my body comes from the earth.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, let me go. So my back was hurting. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go lay my back, the body parts that were needed repair comes from the earth. I was putting those parts of the body on the earth. Sister Denise made a post about reflexology with the feet.
Yes.
Remember that post she made? Right. So if you go out and you stand, every part of your body is in the palms of your hands and in the palms of your feet. You go and you stand out there. Woo! Man, this is how we did it. This is how we did it. Right. The chakras, the orb, that's our science.
Exactly.
Like we didn't have to eat. The European can't go out here. He can, but he ain't gonna get what we get. So they have to supplement the sun and the earth.
Right.
See where supplements come from? They have to supplement the sun, vitamin D, vitamin A. The messenger said billions of vitamins are in the sun, and they gotta supplement all of them. Look, when we were born, there was what? A, B, C, D, E. Now you got 28 Bs.
Yes. B13, B12. Sister Cassandra said we played outside barefoot in the sun. Yes, we did.
We ate the dirt. The cow, all that stuff is in the dirt. We ate the dirt. The Holy Quran says if you don't have water to wash up and perform ablution, you go out and you get some dirt.
Pure dirt.
You go out and you wash yourself with dirt. See, the European told us that dirt is dirty. Come on, man. White people will go to these exotic lands and pay thousands of dollars to take mud baths. Come on, man. The same stuff we might have got in trouble to playing with. I was called a dirt diver. You damn dirt diver. Boy, you goddamn. That's how my mom and them used to, boy, you that day. I'm in the dirt. You know, yeah. That's how we recapture our youth. See, the youth was taken from us. Because most of us, our parents will put us in clothes and you better not get dirty. I never played. So now that I'm 50, I'm not going to no gym and work out with no old people at. I'm going outside. All of the stuff I couldn't do at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because my mama put me in adult clothes. You watch my videos. I'm rolling. I'm tumbling.
Yes.
I don't put on good clothes. I put on my play clothes.
Right.
Because I wasn't young enough. I was too young. My mama, I got in trouble because I didn't go in and change out of my school clothes and put on the old dirty clothes. I just wanted to go play in the dirt. I would get the new shoes, messed up. Now I'm in trouble. See, now oh no.
You say I'm
Brother Sean,
outside now.
cartwheeling. So y'all see my daughter in the video. She be looking at me like, "Dang, what are you doing?" Sometimes, nah, I'm getting my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Brother Kente say he was called one too, bro. A dirt guy.
That's right. Yeah, I'm a dirt diver again. I'm back at 51. I'm a dirt diver. I go outside. Yeah.
Sister Cassandra says her mom used to eat red clay. She said it tasted good. She ate it too.
Yeah, a lot of Southern traditions was that red, because that's what they got. It's a tribe in Africa. It's a red. They use it to make like dreadlocks in their hair. They walk, because I watched it. They put it on and they walk around with the clay all day. Take it off at the end of the night. Beautiful black, clean, crispy skin. Oh my God, man! Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, man. The white man told us that the earth is dirty.
It's dirty.
Because when he go out there, when he go stand out there, he's coming back with ringworms. He's coming back with all these other things. Lice. Black people can't get lice. They come.
That is so true.
We gotta go outside, man. Look, the Bible says, and God blessed. So it's blessed with an ED, and blessed means past tense, something that already happened.
Right.
He blessed them with dominion over the fish of the sea, fowl of the air, and over every creeping and crawling thing, to subdue the earth, replenish it, right? To multiply. So if we go out, that's our domain, is out here. So you go out here and you give your orders. Because when he created man, he stood us in front of the angels and he told them to bow down. And all of them submitted except Iblis. We ain't worried about Iblis. We worried about all of the other things that did submit to us. So when I go outside, I'm telling these things, I'm practicing my dominion. I'm telling the birds. My daughter looks at me like I'm whistling with the birds. I'm looking at the bees. I ain't running. I'm practicing my dominion. I'm saying be and it is. See.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I mean, because this is practice makes perfect. That's what I know.
Practice makes perfect.
There you go. No mistakes shall not exist in the Nation of Islam. No, man. So this is I'm sorry. What did you say?
Sister Cassandra says, yes, brother is right. And the woman in the tribe have red clay in their hair, and it's long and thick.
Yeah, I mean long locks.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Ankles.
Yes. Yes. It's like a burgundy-ish red, like not a red. And I was like, man, and it's clay, not dirt. Because you can tell like it's a smooth consistency. But they was like, yeah, this is what we do. This is how we maintain our hair, our skin, like, because they were that was the purpose of them being there, was because of they was going over those how they did their hair and skin. So
Mhm.
it was like, wow. But we just been taught that that's savage behavior by people
Right.
that made it illegal to take a
And they
shower.
just right. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to put a pin in it right there.
Yes, ma'am. We
And thank
appreciate everybody tuning in.
yes,
I
thank
mean,
you
that's
all
yeah,
for tuning
yeah,
in,
man.
Sister Cassandra, Brother
Yeah,
Kente,
yeah.
Brother Dwayne, Dwight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
And
all.
y'all definitely ask questions, man. I mean, we love, like Sister Cassandra knows, we
Oh,
love, and Brother Kente, we love interaction. We want, we don't want to just you type and we want to respond. Like if you have a specific question, even if it's off topic, man, shoot your
right,
jumper. Come on. That's why we do it. Yeah, we have a topic, but this isn't organized to that specific topic because
right.
we
Things
we're
come
here
up.
for you. Yeah, we here for y'all, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we here for y'all.
Yes, sir. Well, all right. Well, thank you all again for tuning in. And if you watch it on the replay, thank you as well. And we will be back, inshallah, next Thursday. Same time, same station. All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Laker Salah,
And Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem.
All right.